Okay, we're streaming now. Hello, everybody,
Hey,
and welcome. Oh, also, you guys, please let me know if there's too much like ambient noise coming from my end, because I have the window open because it's
hmm.
warmer today, but it's
Oh,
supposed to cool back down, so we don't want to turn on the AC. um,
super valid.
right. But if there's too much ambient noise from the open window, then I'll close it. But anyway, hello, welcome back to Kings of War. Um, Usual plugs, I guess. We're writing a book. It's super cool. Our last video, actually, it's kind of exciting. Because we do little like previews of the chapters. And our last chapter video got like 1.2 thousand views on YouTube, which is
Oh,
like,
no.
that sounds cool. That
Oh,
sounds cool. Yeah, it did terribly on TikTok. But it did well on YouTube, so there's that. So yeah, if you like fantasy, if you like D&D, and you like to read, we think you'll enjoy our book. So come check it out. It is free. We're releasing our chapters for free. Patrons get it, I think, a month early now. The chapters. So if you catch up and you can't get enough and you need 2 more chapters, then yeah, join our Patreon. What else? I don't know. What is there anything else? If you like Alizon's maps, join our Patreon. They are available there. And I think that's basically it. Yeah. On to the recap. On to the recap.
sure.
No jingle
Yeah.
today.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah, that's a Christmas song. That's a Christmas song. Okay, so where did last session start? We started by dragging the monk off into the little nook that he burst from with the barbarian,
What a
and
weird,
we
what a
woke him
weird
up.
sentence.
I know, right? And we woke him up, and Ambrose kind of spearheaded some interrogations. And the guy was clearly trying to get under Ambrose's skin, and he told us that Valis had lost a hand, and that he was helping them, and that he would die eventually. We don't know. I didn't like. He made it sound like the threat was imminent. Again, trying to get under Ambrose's skin. Ambrose was like, "Fuck this guy. Let's just kill him." And a couple of other people were on board with that as well. Rana was like, please don't kill him. I want to try to figure out how to kill him in a way that he doesn't immediately get devoured by Urath, which actually finally seemed to unnerve him. But so we knocked him out and just left him there, like all tied up and stuff. And then we went to go find Valis. We went up and around first, and we found a trap and some wooden coins that were painted gold. And then we went back down the path towards the elevator where the monk told us to go. And then when we went down the path, we saw the 4 statues. And I remember the descriptions of 2 of them because one of them looked like the monk, kind of. And then one of them looked like the lion guy that we fought later. And I don't remember the other 2. And I didn't have time to go pull up the session. But presumably, I feel like it's safe to just assume that we're going to fight the other 2 at some point. Um, so
Or,
keep it.
well, we did fight other guys, didn't we? Did one of them look like the worm guy?
No.
Yeah. Right, because I think the worm guy was the one doing the transformations. He was the spellcaster that was transforming the followers into the like what the statues looked like. And then we never got his name, but some pale, bald dude with vibrant lips, that's what I wrote down, showed up and started talking to us. And he's like, Ambrose, why are you betraying us? This is sad. Please come back and help us, fulfill your destiny, that sort of thing. Ambrose was like, fuck you. And then he was like, okay. And the guy did something. We all made con saves, and Ambrose was the only one that failed, and he grew a 3rd leg. So that was interesting. And then we went down the corridor. We blew up the little wall, or Tonist, more specifically, blew up the little wall with 4 grenades. The apparition guy told somebody in there not to, to just let us pass. And it ended up being a woman who had no teeth and no tongue. That was interesting as well. And then there was a little star mole there just kind of looking at us. we went down the elevator, and then the bells went off, and we found Felinia, who apparently is the new Ascendant for the Lysian clan. And Ascendant, it just means she's second. She's going to be the successor Bellkeeper, right? So there's the current Bellkeeper, that's the Primarch, the one who has the bell that Rana needs, and then his successor is apparently now Felinia, though he's gone through 2 in the last 2 months, so Felinia just might straight up be in danger. So Rana was able to talk to Felinia, and at the very least we didn't have to fight her, and she actually helped us in some of the combat. Rana got her to kind of calm down and stay with us. She definitely saved Rana's life in that fight, because that lion thing for some reason decided to make a beeline for Rana and almost killed her, and then Felinia threw up like a wall of force. And that's the same fight where we were fighting the worm guy, Kixalam, I think.
From
Guy. He was the one that kidnapped Valis, and sorry, I got distracted by the plane. What happened next? We killed the worm thing. I know, like, we went on there were some shenanigans. It was pretty funny watching Kenai being like, okay, I'll step into the Seeking Radiance right here because I'm still in range of Jay's boost. That was pretty funny. And yeah, you guys went around the corner, finished off Kixalam, and then there was a Deathra guy. Dathra, however you say his name. He died pretty quickly. I think Rana popped around the corner and shot him twice, and then he was dead before her next turn. So we killed him. Apparently he was from Ambrose's old cult, and Ambrose thought he was dead. So all 3 of those people are dead now. We still haven't seen the Primarch, even though we heard the bell go off. That's a little concerning. And then we moved into this room. Felinia and Tonist started to inspect these pillars. Because for sure on the map, it definitely kind of looks like there should be a portal there, but there is no portal. And then Ambrose and Kenai and Jay and Cadmir, sounds like, I think, that's just based on what I'm seeing, all went into the next room with Ambrose to find Valis. And then you guys found Valis, and he was like, no, don't come near me. And Ambrose did anyway. And then Valis turned into an aspect of her wrath. Oh, and then Kenai said, watch out for the rug. And that killed me. It's just like big dramatic moment of Ambrose turning into this, or not Ambrose, Valis turning into this monster, and Kenai said, watch out for the rug. Okay, I think that's it.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, there was this. Oh, I forgot one thing. There were these red lines of blood painted across, and when people went through them, they flashed red, and they had to make another save. And I think Jay was the only one that failed that one, and might have fungus hands. We don't know yet, because he saw the fungus and then it disappeared, presumably because he's wearing gloves. Or something. And yeah, so one of those lines is gone. We got rid of it, and then one of them is still, this one to the south is still active, so just be aware. Okay, I think that's it.
I've heard that before. Does anyone else have anything?
Got nothing.
I think that covered it, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, tracks everything I recall.
forgot to change the session number on Twitch.
Unacceptable. You're fired.
No.
We're in the past.
Okay.
We're in the past.
What if it just rewrites the old session
It does not.
in lore? But it could.
No, this
I
right.
mean,
You actually
alright,
really
but
scared
it's
me. I
messed
was like,
up
oh
everything.
shit, wait, no, no, of course it's not going to do that. Oh gosh. It's just mini like Jolt of adrenaline. Okay.
Where are we? Who am I? What's happening?
Initiative.
Combat.
I guess.
Oh yeah, Rana's poisoned now because she got bit by the dumb snake and we didn't take a short rest.
That snake is awesome. That was the second best character of that Lion Man duo.
Of the two, it was the
I
best.
think it was a character.
I mean, it was a snake, right? So, apparently, I like making duos out of people with weird arms.
It's true. It's true.
Initiative. You all already rolled, so we
Yep.
don't need to worry about that. Rana feels a tingling in her spine of something.
What's wrong? I don't know, but I just rolled for initiative.
Exactly.
Do I hear anything from the other room?
I think, yes, you heard Kenai say, "Watch out for the rug."
Okay, but would there be any sounds like
Make a perception check.
cry of pain from Valis as he's transforming into this terrible thing? Perception check. Or like new sounds of I can hear a monster in the next room because that's a
Some
thing.
boss music starts to play.
Right? Yep.
Oddly quiet from past that door that you saw.
Hey guys? Is everything okay? I don't know if anybody can anybody answer. No. Wait.
It's not our turns. We don't have reactions.
Now it's your turn.
I'd say, you guys can do it as a reaction response. It's fine. If you want to use your reaction for that. Since everyone but Jay will get it back before the last
Yep.
one goes anyways.
Okay, does anybody
Can
answer?
we hear her just fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody turned into an aberrant monster. I don't think my character's seen Valis before.
Valis.
None.
Valis turned into a monster. Lots of tentacles. Help.
Well, fuck.
Watch out for
okay.
the rug.
Okay.
You guys see Kenai smash a whole
Oh,
potato,
gosh.
and he's just eating mashed potatoes. getting ready for
Okay,
this
well,
fight.
you're 10.
Gotta
It's
get
not even
the
a cooked
starch.
potato. It's just you smashed it so hard it became a mashed potato.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
One smash with these big old meaty hands.
Valis turned out.
These
Oh,
hands.
well, fuck. Oh, God. Okay, now
hadn't
my
seen it
question
yet?
is no, I had not. Now my question is does Rana know what this thing is?
Roll a religion. Kinda. You get advantage against aberrations, right?
Oh, I do.
okay.
So,
So we'll take the
the
first one, which was a
15.
15, so 16. One of the eldritch horrors that have plagued Urda. Heard some of the other names. This one, definitely with what you know about Ambrose, his relationship is a manifestation of Urath.
okay, what
Urath,
is.
the
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Devourer, I believe. Just double check that. You were gonna ask a question?
Yeah, what does that mean? A manifestation of Urath.
Sorry, Urath the Everhunker. So it's not fully on Urda, which would be terrible because it is a deity level entity,
Mhm.
but
Mm-hmm.
part of it is.
Oh, okay, so this is like Urath itself is here to
Yes.
fuck us up.
Yes.
Be like an avatar, maybe, or
Avatar is a good word for it.
Okay. Well, shit. I would really like to not be poisoned for this.
Don't get bit by snakes.
Shit.
Yeah, Rana's just having the worst day.
It's
We need
been
to let
a
her
bad
take
day,
an extended nap.
right? Let's. I don't know if it's. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna flame strike it at 7th level. Let's not place the template. So I'll just make sure that it doesn't hit. It's a 10-foot square, right? Did I just... 10-foot radius.
Yeah, so
I'll just make sure it doesn't hit
select the
Ambrose
corner
and-
and then it fully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want it to hit the part of the rug?
Yes. Fuck that rug.
Hey.
The flame strike turns into a beaver.
Oh, a dexterity check, huh? Womp womp.
Cool. Okay, so it's damage. Did it? I can't tell if this did the whole. If it like If that's at 7th level. Is that enough dice for 7th level?
Yes.
Okay.
It
And then she will shout back to Tonus and
defaulted
Philinia.
so it defaulted to adding the d6 to the radiant damage. You want it to add to the radiant or the fire?
Radiant.
I'm sorry. What did you do to Phelan?
Oh, she was she was gonna call back to Tonus and Philinia and be like, we got a problem in here. Or no, hold on, it's well, Urat's here.
Oh, you do. Okay. That'll bring us to Cadmir. Philinia and Tonus are surprised, sadly, but them in a little bit.
Cadmir pulls out his holy symbol and sort of just looks at him like, hey God,
It's
My-
me, Cadmir.
yeah, it's me, Cadmir. My friend's fiance turned into an aspect of Ureth. Can you maybe undo that for us, please? It's roll a d100.
Does that say arcane abjuration?
Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted divine intervention.
Wait, isn't low good?
Yes, I rolled a 7,
Well, but
which
that
is
was
less
for,
than my level.
that was for arcane abjuration, though. So I don't
Arcane
know.
abjuration doesn't have a roll. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you're just rolling randomly, huh?
Mm-hmm. I was wondering why I didn't have a roll.
Just be
Clicked
rolling.
the wrong one.
They see me rolling, they turn in. Okay, what was the request again? Sorry, I tried trying to read whatever the fuck arcane abjuration was.
Oh yeah, it's really good, is what that is. The request was to possibly undo Valus's transformation into the aspect of Ureth.
Ooh. Okay. The figure explodes. Black Icarus blood smears the walls, standing where it once was, or rather kneeling still. Valus reappears.
Thanks God.
Thanks, Cadmir's god.
Whoa! It just turns around with his mashed potato fingers. And
Eric,
wow.
Rana's jaw drops like.
Nice work.
Holy shit.
All right, that's not gonna happen again, right? Right. We're good now.
I don't know,
Oh,
that rug
nods.
is still there, and you didn't even mention it in the request. So
It's true.
Valus's eyes are wide and
Okay.
looks up with the pair of you breathing hard, sort of ragged breaths. But
Are we
still
safe here for a
gagged.
minute? Oh, are we out of initiative?
We are.
Okay.
Cadmir undid it. Rana just kind of looks blankly at Felinia. Well, not Cadmir. Cadmir's deity? What is Cadmir's holy symbol, and does Rana recognize it?
What is the holy symbol of Ananus?
Is that one I made?
Yeah.
No, is that one I actually like drew.
Oh,
It would be
That I
kind of
don't
strange
know.
if you haven't done Inanus yet.
Ooh, that's I don't know. Well, I don't remember doing it.
Oh,
so-
okay. I thought you had
Just
done
draw
the
it.
triune a long time ago.
Just put Urath with a fly swatter on it. That's the.
A sushi chef.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I haven't drawn one out. So say that there's a starburst in it, and
Yummy.
not that kind of starburst.
Juicy.
Only the orange ones though.
Starburst with small tendrils connecting the like diamonds of the starburst to a central point, which is a representation of a humanoid figure.
Okay.
And you
then-
can do a religion check if you'd like
Okay.
to.
Yes, I would. Religion.
While this is going on, Kedmir's going to take a minute to cast spell. What? You mean healing or versatile? Healing, I guess?
Interesting. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it is pretty busted up. Take that away so he can get some healing.
Oh, is he not missing his hand anymore?
No, he was.
Okay.
He was also injured quite severely. So, what happens when there's a thing over the body part? Some other. Oh, I forgot to update Guff's sounds that he sent me. I just got the notification on my phone. I forgot we were starting an hour early, so the notification was now. Okay, so I'll have to just
Valid.
create a new one for next week.
All right.
The severed arm begins to regrow slowly, but not as slow as like normal, because 2 minutes is not that long. Let's see, a twisty, lip pulling up as the sensation of a regrown limb begins to overtake him.
Is he gagged?
You gonna
Yeah,
he's
So gagged.
While this is happening, Ambrose will also rush down and hug the fuck out of Valis and pull the gag off his face.
it takes a minute to cast, so there's been
Oh,
time.
Okay. Wow.
But it also looks like it takes an hour.
It
Oh,
lasts
no,
an hour.
Duration is an hour. We never did finish the checks from Tonist and Felinia.
Nope.
So the posts are, in fact, meant for teleportation or possibly plane shifts. You can find etchings that describe an area of the far realm, that place known as the space between spaces, and the beyond. Has a lot of different names. There's a portion where the two pillars go up towards where what do they call that? A keystone would be, but
Mhm.
missing. And despite it being missing, the pillars are still standing. But there's something there that isn't. There's something
Gotcha.
there that isn't. There isn't something that should be there. And that is a font of water. It looks somewhat ornamental, maybe ceremonial in nature. There are blood-stained rags next to it.
Oh, ew. Okay.
Alice returns the hug with his one arm, trying as he can to sort of maneuver while he's bound to the stake that is embedded in the ground and manacled and chained up.
Can Ambrose attempt to undo that as well?
Yes. You pull the gag off, and as it comes away from his mouth, he spits out that purplish glowing stone that's now covered in like the purplish black ichor, not too dissimilar from what's now smearing the walls after Cadmir's request.
Purple glowing stone.
Ooh.
Yeah, purple, right? The
The
planar
ember.
ember. Hmm.
So that's the ember.
Yes.
Rana moves forward and grabs it, avoiding the rug.
Damn it. I really like the mental image of Alazan like 3 weeks ago creating this map and just being like, oh, I'll throw a nice rug in the dungeon. Just like as a fun thing, and all of us are like scared to death of fucking fabric.
Every cozy room needs a rug. I mean,
Good rug.
Brings the room together.
you know,
Yeah.
Final boss fight, Rug Factory.
It's just gonna be a big evil loom.
the rugs of war.
Rugs of war.
Also, after Valis spits the stone out, Ambrose is going to prestidigitate and just start removing goo.
Oddly ineffective.
Oh. This isn't just normal goo. This is advanced goo.
Ugh.
Rana puts the ember in her pack, and then steps back.
They took me to the far room for a moment and brought me back. And think that they're trying to connect this place to Erda.
That definitely doesn't sound good.
Well, on the upside, we murdered the shit out of everybody in this mine, so...
Well, I don't know about everybody, but
Everyone so far.
actually, Rana is gonna kind of slump a little bit against this wall and kind of slide down and sit. Like, put her head back and be like, can we take a break?
Ambrose continues to fumble at the bindings until Valak there's a key on that table probably, and nods towards the table that Tonus is at. Aside from various reagents, fungus, herbs, and other substances, there is a key.
Donis, is there a key over there?
There's a key over here.
Do they have a key?
I'll toss it Ambrose's way.
Ambrose will hopefully catch it.
Dexterity
and,
check.
You need a dexterity check?
oh, damn it.
Lands in the middle of the rug.
Ambrose plucks it out of the air with alacrity.
My favorite Destiny perk.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. And then, yeah, Ambrose starts unlocking the bindings.
Okay. As he becomes unbound, he pulls the bandages that are off of the that are on his stump. You can see a wiggling small hand growing there.
Oh,
Yeah, give it a little bit. Oh, it'll grow back.
Take another minute. Yeah.
as soon as the rest of the bindings are off, Ambrose will immediately hug Valis again.
Yeah. He returns it with pretty good force. It's clear that he's not as strong as he should be, but still sort of a weakened hug, but he still returns it.
Ooh. The big worm man came and they snatched you, and I thought I was never gonna see you again.
That's what I thought years ago. But
No.
come back to each other.
Oh yeah, remember when he first showed up and he tried to kill you, Ambrose?
That was a sleeping dart.
Yeah, everybody does things.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kink shaming?
What?
Sorry.
Ambrose will sort of help sling one of Valis's arms over his shoulder and try and help him stand up.
So the non-regenerating one.
Yeah, probably.
He'll favor the tiny hand growing.
Give
That's
that
why
one
it's
some air.
mostly deformed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they took it for making that weird wolf monster.
Oh.
Struggles to his feet and hobbles over to the chair and sits down.
Rana gestures to Felinia to like come to sit by her.
To what?
To come sit by her.
Oh, okay.
Pats the ground next to her.
She walks right
Watch out
over
for
the rug.
Jedi reaches out and tries to stop her, but sees that she already put her foot on it and nothing happened. Whoa.
So brave.
Walks on the rug
Fucking
himself.
mind blowing.
You're still
Alright,
within
the rug
10.
is safe, guys.
Yeah, you're still
Oh,
within
still.
10 feet of Jay, so.
A. Or J.
Okay.
So Felinia, I
Yes?
can't help but notice the Primarch's not here.
Yeah. He was, though.
Where do you think he went?
Shakes her head. I don't know.
Okay.
Valis, I know that this day has been a lot, but do you know anything about this prime, what's it that Rana is talking about?
Yeah, the
He's a bellkeeper.
I'll help them with some of their transmogrifications. That's what they use my hand for. Part of it, anyways.
So is this like a rogue bellkeeper? Tina asks.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Looked more like a wizard to me.
Ah, yeah,
Hey, cause the thing.
yep. Yeah, it's we haven't seen him. Most elves haven't seen him in quite some time. I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but he's disappeared. And we know that he is doing well. We know that he has been working with the Aberrants for a few months and trying to sabotage Gresha. And then we also know, which is not something that the elves are of unified mind for. Not all elves are wanting to do this, and I think he knows that. So instead of trying to rally us and convince the whole of Glohakyan to come against Gresha, he just did it himself because he can. And then the other thing that we know is that he's messing with his bell and committing heresy. So yeah, you could say, from my perspective, not exactly in line with service to the Cord, which is why we need to find him.
Also, he cut off my fiance's fucking hand. So when we find him, he's a dead man.
Ambrose,
What?
do you remember what my father said when, oh gosh, this was so long ago now, when the Fiacine were attacking us in Shifnal?
Was your dad the pretty one?
Yeah. Yes, sure.
Okay.
Mask was going after the Bellkeepers for a while. You remember that? And then my father
Vaguely.
said that if Mask ever went after Theron, the Primarch, the one you just said you were going to try to kill, Mask would either leave him for last or just not mess with him at all. So we couldn't do anything to Mask. We couldn't even do anything to Gaius. I don't think we can handle the Primarch.
Primarch, Schmeimark.
Okay, well, you've been warned.
I agree with the Schmeimark.
This is my mark remark.
By the way,
Yes, the Schmeimark remark.
We do need to confiscate the bell from him because someone has to correct what he has done. And that really shouldn't be my job, but it seems I need the bell anyway, so. Valis, do you have any idea where the Primarch might be?
they kept me in this room. Just a few minutes before you came, though, they, the worm thing shoved the ember back into my mouth. So, and that was after this tremendous bell ringing.
Was he in here when the bell rang?
No. Oh, yes, and he left immediately.
Did he
But-
like teleport away, disappear, or he went through the doorway?
The hall, yeah, the doorway.
Sorry, the hallway. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't-
maybe
Couldn't see
he
the door
went.
from where I was.
Right. I'm sorry. The hall went down the hall. So maybe he used those pillars then to leave.
Shrugs.
You said they were trying to connect this plane to the far realm. Is there anything else that we need
Yes.
to go dismantle to make sure that that doesn't happen?
Sounds like we need to go dismantle a Primarch, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I don't know how they were doing it precisely. But if everything's been killed, like my boy Ambrose says, then we're on the right track.
Yes, I just want to make sure that they're not able to pick up where they left off. Because, we still haven't... That bald man, do you know his name? The bald man with the pale skin, like almost white.
Oh,
Vin
Call them-
Diesel.
Rook. Rook, I think, maybe. There's a lot of names.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I know why
that
that
one-
name feels familiar. That's funny.
That one was Rook.
Okay.
Elena.
We
Sometimes
haven't found him yet, and he is clearly very powerful and probably in charge.
No, the worm thing was in charge. Gave orders to everyone. Tried to give orders to the Primarch guy, but it was more suggestions, I think.
Yeah. Probably. Felinia, what do you think?
Whenever they needed to use the portal, they shoved the planar ember into it. Sort of twiddles her. She looks down between her feet as she speaks.
How do you know that?
I watched him go a couple times.
I thought you said you weren't allowed back here.
I didn't want to. Look, this is all strange, and I don't want to. I don't know what I.
It's Felinia, it's look. You are safe with me.
You just said Primarch.
What? No, if there is a hesitation from you believing that statement, I need to know what it is. Because it's true.
Primarch comes. I don't think we're safe.
No. Probably not. But you
Unless
will not,
unless
I,
something-
sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I have no intentions of becoming hostile towards you. The Primarch is responsible for everything that's going on, and I don't know what he did to Virline, if it was him, but I know he sent, oh gosh, what was that Ascendant's name? Nope, don't remember. I know he sent the Ascendant before her to her death, because we fought her. So he's getting Ascendants killed on top of everything else that he's doing.
Who was the Ascendant that we killed? Did we do that?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy that fireballed himself and nearly killed everyone?
In Bryn Melon?
Forever ago, like 2 years ago.
Oh,
2,
fuck.
3.
Was that the mask guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Ah,
Ambrose tried to talk to him telepathically, and the dude was being all racist towards him.
Yeah.
Yep,
that was
that
my
guy.
first good bit.
That guy.
Okay.
So that he was an Ascendant. He had the bell. And then Rana found it. Didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Because she was like, fuck, I'm not supposed to have this. So yeah, he's, anyway, Felinia, I just, like,
Yeah, I know he's I saw her. I saw her after. She was inside out.
Rana has this horrified look on her face.
I don't know what he did to her, but she was. She just shakes her head and goes quiet.
If that's what happened to Virline, what do you think he's going to do to you?
I don't know. I don't.
So,
I was supposed to hurt you, but I was supposed to try to fight you. But I heard the bells and I didn't want to do anything.
oh, he wanted you to fight us?
She nods, kind of vigorously.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that you didn't. Thank you for not. To my mind, then this might feel condescending, but we need to keep you safe. because I don't think the Primarch's intentions are good. And I understand that you think that might be valid as long as they're aimed at Gresha. But we can discuss that later, because the real, like, the issue that is even more important is the heresy that he's committing. At least to us. She kind of shrugs.
More important than bringing the Far Realm to this plane? Heresy?
He's possibly, because I don't know all of the ramifications of what he's doing, but I know it's bad.
Well, I do know the ramifications of trying to bring Urath's plane here, and that's also really
which is,
bad.
Yes, I agree. I agree that it's bad. Really bad. But Felinia here thinks that's okay as long as it's aimed at Gresha.
Oh,
He gives a non-committal shrug.
And to be fair, Gresha did destroy their capital city.
okay. The anger
It's a lot of bad
is
blood.
understandable.
There's a lot of bad blood between the Lyacine and the Copatians specifically, but now Copage is part of Gresha, so it's not a great situation, and obviously we want to stop the aberrant threat. But please,
Yeah.
just Felinia, don't just watch and observe, and I think you'll see. But I really don't want the Primarch to be able to use you, especially if that means you ending up like Fearlene did. Because she deserved better, and so did she. Oh yeah, Jay is over here. Hi, Jay.
Yeah.
What did you think of his holy symbol? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, he's not an elf, so
Yeah, I know. What do you like? Yeah, aggression, bearing the holy symbol of lie.
she traces the symbol on the shield. They're sort of not touching the shield, but with her hand, just sort of making the motions. That
What do you think that means?
it's a religious conundrum. It defies all logic. I don't. Why? Why do you follow lie?
Well, it's not just the shield either. Look, got all the magic powers to come with it. You gotta be a elf to believe magic needs controlling and used in responsible ways.
Was not.
Which this whole Urath deal seems like a fairly irresponsible use of your powers.
Pushes herself against the wall away from Jay. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Giant squid thing that was here 6 seconds ago. You thought was a good thing?
Good thing.
Whatever it was, octopus, whatever the guy was.
She never saw it. It wasn't in the.
No.
She was elsewhere.
The aspect, that was Urath. Urath was here.
We left.
Inennis saw fit to answer Cadmir's prayer,
Hey,
for which I'm grateful.
isn't magic great?
When used properly, I suppose. What are we gonna do now, though?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If the Ember we'll open that portal. Then maybe after a short rest, we can go through it.
Or maybe even a long rest.
Um,
Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Oh, something's gonna happen with the rug.
I take my passive's 18. I'll just take that.
Nice.
Passive's 18.
Well,
my passive is amazing, and I'm having to roll at disadvantage. So
I have an 18 in the little box next to perception, so I think that's what my passive would be.
Damn, keen eye
Probably.
perceptive.
Hmm.
I am proficient in perception checks, if that matters. I think that's what that means.
Are you allowed to just
thank you.
use your passive?
I use
Perception?
I always check on passive, but I was asking specifically since I wanted to see what the scores would be. Might come up later. We'll see.
whoa, what the hell? This part
Which
of
part?
the wall is gone now?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Has it always been gone?
Yep.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, there's been a hole there the whole time we've been in this room.
Can you see through to the
Yep.
outside?
The great beyond.
I don't think that's probably not intentional.
Is this a statue?
Yes, it is.
The hole just got bigger. Oh,
Wait, what's the result of that
My gosh.
perception?
You got a 26.
Oh, yes, I can see that.
Okay.
Nice.
Why did you tell us to roll?
It's a surprise
me.
tool that may come up later. We'll see.
No, I
Damn
can't
it.
take this.
The statue is intricately designed sort of cauldron. There's a hunched over figure holding a bowl with arms wrapped around it. Underneath there's a ash and remnants of a built up fire, or and seems like they used it in whatever alchemical processes that they were doing.
Building a fire in a mine seemed like a terrible idea.
There's not a lot of ventilation in this room now.
Can that be what this is?
No,
It's
that
not
wasn't.
real.
We'll just remove that and let you. No. There's no actual hole in that wall. Is there still a hole in that wall?
yes.
No,
Yes.
it's not now. I think.
Oh,
That's okay. It's just.
Alright, you know what?
easy.
I'm
I
just
used
gonna
to be able
double-
to see it.
Double line it.
I'm gonna mage hand the rug over into this corner here, in case there's maybe
Just
there's
spread-
something underneath of it.
Okay.
You're just spreading the danger.
No, I'm just dragging it into the corner.
into
There-
a heap.
All right. The hole has been patched as much as possible.
Also, while we're standing around, can one of you heal me a little?
Well,
You-
that's why I was suggesting a short rest, actually, so that we can use our hit dice.
You tug the rug over and reveal barren rock.
Oh darn!
What's in these chests?
Barren rock of House Carpathia.
Nice. Oh, that is an interesting view. Yeah, when the hole used to be there.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, can you see it now?
Yeah. Okay. So, you open up a chest, and can I get a
Yep.
dexterity saving throw from
There's
looks like
so many of you over there.
Ambrose and Cadney?
Oh, I
And-
didn't realize somebody was opening a
Bitch.
chest here.
Looks
Yep.
like Jay is 10 feet or more than 10 feet away.
All right.
What kind of save is
Dexterity
this?
save.
Dexterity.
Okay, is this against a spell?
No.
Okay.
You know, technically, I just said what's in these chests over here. I didn't actually say I was ready to open the chest,
Yeah, it's kind of implied.
but I will roll it anyways.
Yeah. Nice. So Ambrose is the sad one.
Yep.
Okay, so you open up one of the chests and it explodes.
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose takes 8 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Sorry, Ambrose.
You hear shattering of glass from inside,
Oh, shit.
and inside used to be some vials of liquid.
That sucks.
We like dip our pinky in it and taste it and see what it is.
This might have healed us.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tonus, maybe check the other one for traps before we open it.
Yes, please, Ambrose says, glaring a keen eye.
And I ashamedly walks over.
Which one blew up?
Let's move over to the bed, maybe.
Yeah,
Let's
good
move
call.
over to the bed. Sits down on that. Snuggles up into the corner.
Ambrose, of course, sits down with him.
Investigation check from Tonist.
Let me see if. Nope, not you. Artificer's Lore. Nah, okay, then we'll just do it. Oof.
Okay. The other chest is simple in construction, has some iron bands over the top, but it is definitely trap free.
Mage hand.
Okay. You open it up, and there's another explosion of fire that envelops that area.
I've literally built one of these in a previous session. I should have like advantage on check these for traps or something.
You found, well, no, you found one that was already built, and you just used it as an improvised. You like
No, I thought I rigged one up.
didn't
No,
you
I did.
throw? Didn't you throw it at one point into into like a group of people, and they're like, "Huh, I wonder what's in here."
Yes.
Wow, really?
Okay, so inside this one, you find the charred remains of a quiver with arrows in it, as well as some charred books and
Ugh.
a wand of, like, it's sort of crooked wood and sort of like cypress, and it looks untouched.
Oh.
Are the
Everything is destroyed except for the one, though?
Yeah.
Are the books burnt or are they just singed?
They are burnt and charred.
Ah, okay.
Extra
Um,
crispy.
If you try to open it, are the pages just like, what happens?
There's remnants of, looks like the spell diagrams. Like maybe it was a spell book.
Okay.
They look
Motion to not
complicated.
put the cool loot in the exploding chest. I'll mage hand the wand into my bag of holding.
Okay.
I can identify it later.
Yes,
Okay.
you could.
So
What you do now?
what do you guys think? Should we leave and go rest for the rest of the day and then come back, or can we do it with a short rest and keep going?
We just do a full in here.
I do not feel comfortable taking a whole rest here, or a long rest here.
Well, even with the regeneration, thank you, Cadmir, I don't think Valis is in any shape to move or fight right now. So if we run into something on our way out of the mine, that could be very bad. So I say we shack up in here, very defensible position, and we just, you know, if they try and pull anything, a few of us know teleportation stuff, they can get us out of here. It's fine.
Hey guys,
How long has
look
it...
over here. Does anyone see like a shimmer or a wave in the air? Is this like a
Rana looks at it and
Admir can see something like that.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
Is something happening? What's going on?
Kenai looks for like a rock or a pebble and throws it at it.
Rana like taps Felinia.
She stands.
And
The rock
points, I don't know, in this direction, I guess.
sails through that space and hits the wall behind. The figure of the ghost man, the Pelican, appears a moment later, shimmering into view.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'd wondered if you saw me.
Is he like actually here, or is he
Steps
Yeah.
forward.
still spectral?
No, well, he's spectral, yeah.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
definitely spectral.
Okay.
See-through, translucent.
Okay, Rana
The
stands
rock
up.
would pass through where he would have been.
Okay. Yeah. Who are you?
Follower.
Of yeah.
Ura. Trying to see if there's any hope for Ambrose.
In your name?
Rook.
Oh, you're Rook. Oh yeah. Valis told us. Okay, so you're Rook. Great.
Yes. His eyes the whole time are just staring past you at Ambrose.
Do you guys want a room?
Ambrose?
Ignoring that. You are a follower of nothing, you fuck. All of the other spellcasters and mages and anyone who would have had a connection to Urath in this place is dead and gone. So do yourself a favor and fuck off and go open a cannery or something somewhere. Because this is over.
No, there's still one. So it's not over yet.
Who?
Lifts a hand and points right at Ambrose.
Already
Still
fucking hard.
Rana looks at Ambrose.
Your deeds, even if you don't want them to, serve Urath still.
I don't serve shit, fuckboy. I am going to take my lovely fiance and leave this place and never do anything with Urath ever again.
Ambrose, don't you still draw power from Urath?
Debatable.
Is it?
What of those poor souls that you've sent to be devoured by Urath?
I didn't do that on purpose. That just kind of happens. Look, point being, no more of it. After we get Valis to safety, we're gonna run off and you will never find us again.
I don't think Urath always knows where you are.
Rana turns to Philenia and whispers, "How is he doing that? What is this?" She kind of gestures to the shimmering spectral form.
I think he's a ghost.
A ghost. Rana looks at him and tries to... Does Rana see... I don't know. What normally...
Make a religion check.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is he aberrant?
It's like a ghost. He is not aberrant, no.
Oh, okay.
Ghost is a pretty good, what is it? Assessment. Spectral, moves through stuff.
Oh, how do you get rid of ghosts? Wait, wouldn't a ghost read as undead?
Yeah.
Is he reading as undead?
No.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. He's not reading as undead.
I don't know. You're going to hang up
You-
everything, Ambrose. Every gift you've given, or been given. Figure slides through, passing through Kenai's body and then Cadmir and Honest.
You
was there
are
any feeling of that?
so. You are so lucky you're incorporeal. Otherwise, I would strangle you with my hands and show you how many gifts I need to get rid of you.
What
It's
was,
none. The answer's none.
what was your question, right by? You started to say something.
Did it, I feel anything as the
Yes.
form passed through?
Sort of that goose flesh, something stepping over your grave, sort of
Ooh.
feeling the tingling
I
of
don't
your
know,
spine.
grave.
Not
I
yet, you
understand.
don't. But that's the expression, right? That like the future that you may have one day. Someone has stepped on it.
Ooh.
Well then, let's see. Continue stepping forward until it's, in front of Ambrose. Wavers more and solidifies until upper torso and neck and jaw are much more solid and substantial than the rest of him. Looks at
Rana
Ambrose
unslings her bow.
expectantly.
Yeah.
Ambrose immediately grits his teeth and reaches both his hands for the guy's throat.
Okay. You grab hold and I suppose begin strangling him.
Yeah.
Okay, could I get a Constitution saving throw?
All right.
Jay, get over here.
did you just move slightly closer?
This is where I would want to be anyways, but I don't think it gets him either way.
Yeah, that's just not
yeah,
right.
he kind of pushed himself, a little bit further away. So he put himself between two squares.
I'd say no.
Okay,
All right. Oh,
didn't need it. You feel a sensation similar to when your third leg grew. Man, what a terrible mutation to have gotten. Wish it had been any other. But similar to when that occurred. But despite the ill effect and unease, able to keep hold of yourself and keep from being any other transformative events. You squeeze, and feel his tightening of the muscles in his neck. Just smiling at you. For a really long time. 15 seconds pass. 30 seconds, you're just squeezing. A minute.
Ambrose, doesn't look like it's working.
After about... Go ahead.
I can feel it. He's getting closer. This guy keeps squeezing.
After about a minute and a half, Ambrose's hands just pass through, and the figure is once more incorporeal. Does that satisfy your curiosity as to what gifts you might need?
Now you see, the thing is, I know you're playing me, but you're right. And Ambrose fires an Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna take a short break now. And
Tiger just like pieced out.
yeah, just ran off.
It's like mid
I think
stage.
he's on sentry mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I
a
will
good
be...
spot to do a quick break and return in just a moment.
All right. BRB, everybody. I'm gonna go grab a slice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how people use laptops all the time.
It's not great.
Yeah, can't think of a good reason to have one. Even my desktop would be better at being on my lap than this. Would definitely take up more space on my lap. Be
For
more on my
sure.
lap. Just hope my new drive comes in soon.
Yeah. When's it supposed to be there?
I don't remember. I ordered it yesterday. Hopefully next week. Yeah, hopefully early next week. It'll be a
It's not
small.
too bad.
I'm switching from a SATA to a M.2, so it'll be a little bit of an upgrade anyway. So
Nice.
is that what you use as a laptop all the time?
Yeah, I'm using Kristen's laptop.
At least have like a second screen plugged into it.
No, just the one. It's pretty lame setup, but it works okay. I've got
I
my
had to
phone,
travel for
so
work.
I guess to kind of two screens.
I had to travel for work last year and found a portable screen, like a 17-inch screen that you can connect to a laptop via like USB-C.
That was pretty good.
And use that as a second screen while I was traveling. Still not great. Still substantially smaller than I'm used to, but it did the job for the couple days I was in Portland.
Yeah. 17 seems big enough until it's literally sitting next to a 27-inch screen.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this a postage stamp?
All right, I'm back.
Me too. Is Guff here?
Here's
It's
not.
on the kids' slice yet.
Yeah,
I
apparently
would
not.
like a slice.
Man, that's what I want to do. I recently got a third monitor. I just haven't hooked it up yet.
I don't recommend necessarily the pyramid setup, but
Yeah, I was planning on doing a vertical one, similar to
Yeah.
on the left.
That was the only way I could get the third one to fit on this desk.
Yeah.
It is a good setup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Hawk, what's in your cup thing there?
Which
Looks like
cup?
chocolate milk.
Oh, yeah, it's my protein shake.
Oh, okay.
Could I get your Eldritch Blasts? And since
Yeah.
you're right next to him, it'll be at disadvantage.
Hmm.
No, I don't like that.
Nice.
You can push him 10,
Yes.
do the old push him 10 feet away trick.
Yes, please. It's gonna do
And-
that damage.
Get initiative from everybody.
He's on the rug.
Fighting a ghost.
Did we rest for an hour?
We absolutely didn't.
No, you certainly did not. Oh,
Oh, that was cool.
Ooh.
did you add that, or was that already there?
No, that's just base kit.
Yeah, I think that comes with a little swirl.
Interesting.
and then you-
Ambrose is hitting him even though he's incorporeal?
He's
Need
partially poreal.
3 more.
Not anymore.
That'll hit.
It'll be a damage.
It's hitting something.
And attack again.
I'm not sure how I feel about these.
It'll be a damage. And that was, I think I got one more, right?
Yeah, 1 more. Are you pushing him back 10 feet with every hit?
Yep.
Okay. The last one.
17?
hits. Yep.
All right.
Well, you got a very average amount of damage in that you rolled 2 10s and 2 1s. So,
Nah. Not
Oh, no.
the most ideal, but
oh no, the first one was not a 10; it was a 9. So slightly less than average. How could you? Okay, and that brings us to Kenai as the target of your possible rage is flung 40 feet away.
How do I hurt this guy? Kenai asks.
magic, I think.
Kenai shrugs and says,
Try a magical weapon?
"What's magic? Magical weapon, eh?"
I don't like being so low on the initiative tracker.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But it is Kenai's turn. So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any magic weapons.
Yes, you do.
So, I do.
you have a bunch: splitter, burnt
Almost
hammer,
all of your weapons.
javelin of lightning, the heart spear,
I thought you were more
What?
magical weapon than you were like Goliath.
flame tongue.
Yeah, the flame tongue.
Oh, I don't see where it indicates magic on it, but okay. Kenai just
Um,
leaps forward.
Basically, you want a weapon that's doing damage that's not like bludgeoning or slashing or whatever. If maybe he'll take radiant from heart spear, or maybe he'll take fire from the flame glaive. I know this is meta.
Flame tongue.
Okay.
Here, I've added a little bit for you in Splitter's description.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Kenai just takes Splitter and takes a swing. If the application will catch up to my clicks. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, there we go. It's there.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit for sure. Okay, you slam the axe into the creature. It initially passes through without effect, but the force damage backing it up rips through its form. His form.
Okay, I'll do one more of those.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, this isn't working the normal way that I usually do.
Yep, that'll hit. Okay. You rip bits of his corporeal, translucent essence away, spreading some of his form. That'll bring us to Ambrose.
Sorry, I'm munching. Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm. What kind of slice did you get? Apple pie?
I got a slice of day-old pizza.
Hopefully that was refrigerated.
Oh, absolutely. What, you think I'm an animal? Come on.
I don't know. I just hear a lot of what's that? Eating some sort of unrefrigerated pie being a dumb way to die.
Oh, like the okay.
A jingle, yeah. I have no idea where that's from. That's the clip I get.
It's
Oh,
from an
it's-
Australian PSA advertisement. I don't know the specifics of it beyond that though.
Yeah, it was a really popular song back in like the early 2000s. It was one of those. It was, I think, one of the first like really big viral videos, at least that I was aware of. It's a song about dumb ways to die, and it just has like funny dumb ways to die in it. And at the very end, it's like, "Hey, don't step in front of trains." Sydney Metro.
Excellent.
Okay, Ambrose. Shit. Frontliner's always got to be close to the guy I want to blow up.
Blow him up anyways. Ambrose is angry.
Okay. Ambrose is angry.
I definitely would.
Yeah,
I still might.
Ambrose is gonna move here.
I'm not too concerned about spells.
If I, according to how this ruler is working, if I were to shoot a spell, it would miss Kenai but hit the guy. Is that safe to assume?
Is it a line spell?
It's a line spell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Let me actually double check. I'm sorry, I'm a mess today. Double check I actually have the spell slots. Okay. Everybody in the room sort of you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up a little bit as Ambrose's tattoos start glowing and humming, and Ambrose is gonna cast some lightning bolt.
I know you said some lightning bolt, but it sounded like sub lightning bolt, which is great. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's quite the template. Let me immediately delete that.
Yep.
Okay.
Really wish there was a way to turn those off so he can give me that dexterity.
When you click the button, it does ask if you want to place the template, and you have the option of saying no.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
did
a little
not know
check.
that.
It's a little checkbox.
Hmm.
He fails his
Oh
save,
shit!
taking some damage.
If he gets a nat 1 on this, does that make this critical hit damage?
No.
But like it should though.
You'd like to think so, huh? Yeah.
I
That's-
agree.
In other editions, yes, but not this
Okay.
one.
Damn.
Yeah, but you'll get that in a couple months.
Okay. Some damage?
Pathfinder. That's pretty good damage.
Hey,
Wow.
I forgot resistance. So the lightning crackles through him, burning away some more of his spectral form. The feel of sort of a staticky discharge fills the air afterwards. Move him so that his face can be seen. 'Cause apparently his head was out of the out of the line of sight. Okay, is
So,
Ambrose going to do anything else?
And then after Ambrose does that, he's going to move back. Oh, not the ruler tool. Move back in front of Valis.
And
And that'll be my turn.
That'll bring us to Cadmir, who will pray away
Yep.
the guy.
Yep.
Good sidestep.
Man,
God,
we
this
just need
guy
to fight some
sucks.
Fae at some point.
Alright, let's not place a template for Spirit Guardians. And then I'll...
Who would you
Cadmir
like
will
to
also...
include in the exclusion? Everyone that isn't the guy? Cool.
Correct. And I can just barely see Liger over here too, so we're good. And then I'll also cast Shillelagh. Move over here next to Kina.
Okay. The figure reaches out to try to touch Kenai inappropriately.
Hey now.
Can I get a wisdom save from him?
Oh no, I don't wisdom. He doesn't do wisdom saves. He takes the damage. Radiant.
It's Spirit Guardians. I don't have a choice.
That's true. Well, you do have a choice, but
Only if I'm neutral or only if I'm neutral.
okay. I need a
Cadmir's not
Constitution saving throw from Kenai as he grips Kenai. Okay. Deals 24 points of necrotic damage, but does not transmogrify your form.
Oh, good.
Oh, you don't even get a choice if you're neutral. It's just necrotic if evil.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's radiant. Must be thinking of a different spell.
Phalenia looks left and right and and fires off a magic missile, which splits into
Classic.
3. And
She's
does
supposed to be a backup bell carrier.
a backup what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's the successor to the Bellkeeper. Yeah.
And she's scared to cast a magic missile.
It is Tonus go. She is canonically accurate. Yes. Remember, she's like the two of the others have been, well, one's been murdered, and one self-immolated, which is a kind of murder.
Yeah, that's an
I
interpretation.
mean, shit, you're right.
I'm so low on spells.
This guy's low on health, so just pick one.
It's true. Near death already.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if this is metagaming, but we do know that he's susceptible to lightning damage because Ambrose threw a big fuck off thunderbolt at him. So,
oh, that's good to know.
That's like the reverse of metagaming.
I think he was a little resistant to it.
Yeah. Not only
Was
is it accurate to what you've seen, it's wrong because he was resistant. Yeah.
He's resistant. Damn.
Can I hit it from here?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Can I
Like
hit him?
swinging a hammer?
Since he's not quite in a square.
No. I mean, he's technically in the square, but I wanted you guys to be able to see his face.
Fair.
I'll just leave. Oh,
Oh,
actually,
don't hit
I'll-
him with lightning. I will hit him with Drang then.
Oh my fucking god. He's assumed the form of a stalactite.
There's a 13 hit.
It does not. No. You swing at him, and he ducks into the wall, and it clings off the wall, and he comes back, and he's like,
There's a 25 hit.
"It does."
Oh, those dice look cool.
I just changed them.
These are pretty nice dice.
I like the maroon.
I did it again, where I accidentally removed his. I don't remember what his health was at. I guess we'll just start from.
Still says near death. Okay. Well,
Hey, I did it. Wait, did I do it?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. I did it.
Now there's just one follow of Urath left to go.
All right. As Tona slams the hammer into the creature. His form evaporates.
No, we just killed the hologram.
Unless he was the hologram.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. We can probably expect to see him again. And please, guys, can we take a break? I need at least an hour.
Where?
If
Here.
we're just gonna take an hour, here is fine. But if we're gonna rest for the rest of the day, then I think we should leave. Ambrose would prefer to do a long rest here. If everybody agrees that we can long rest here, then fine, we can long rest here. But we need to. I need at least an hour.
We can do shifts.
Maybe
Right.
alarm for us out there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Felinia.
We could tie some strings around your bells and stick them in the hallway.
No, the bells.
They don't
stay
have
with
clappers.
me.
That's not gonna work.
Oh no.
I'm on the door.
That's fine. That's fine. They will go off if the Primarch shows back up. So at least we'll have that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay, what how long have we been down here? What time of day is it?
You entered early morning, and it is slightly later than early morning.
So
Not near like an hour.
we're gonna be here. We're gonna be down here all day.
So just like regular morning.
Yeah, it is now regular morning.
We haven't
Tona's
been
goes
here that
without
long. That's the
these-
other thing.
Baylinia busying herself with the spell where she's setting out the silver wire.
Rana will go with her just to make sure she's okay. Keep an eye on the portal.
Bellini, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Ah,
Okay, Baylinia.
that's weird. Why is it?
Okay. After about a minute, she concludes her spell and. Okay. Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Is
so...
this a door here?
Yeah, that's the door.
All right, so I guess
Is
we'll
there-
just hunker down for the day.
What kind of door?
Bit of stone.
Does it swing or is it like up down?
It does. It does swing. Yeah. It goes
Ooh.
both inside and out. Or something.
Okay.
That's not
I
necessarily
have
swing.
a
Progressive
is-
door.
It does swing as it can be placed in other door frames.
Oh, okay.
Is there a way for me to leverage a quarterstaff between the door handle and the wall or something to prevent it from opening?
Is there a way to barricade the door?
We have the bed, we have the chair, we have
Not really. It doesn't have like rings or anything to slide it through. It's more of a just like a lever that you push down, and a cylindrical object like quarterstaff isn't gonna stop it from doing that.
Have Liger sit under the lever so that it can't turn.
Just holding it.
I mean, I legitimately could.
But there's other things in the room: chairs and broken tables, the chests, a big tub.
Yeah, what's with the tub?
Yeah, actually, I
there's a
will take
tub.
Lager there. That's a good
There's
call.
a tub with water. Inside, you see the
Put the rug in the hallway and no one will dare to come through.
yeah. The tub has a thin layer of damp soil.
That's upsetting.
With water in it or with just
Well,
just soil?
it is damp, so
Well,
yeah.
is there? Come on, man. Is there water above the soil?
No.
Okay.
Is there water? Well, it's damp.
Where there's damp, there's water.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's sometimes I hear questions and I don't know what kind of
It's a
answer
tub.
you actually want.
I mean, it could be
Doesn't
damp.
have
as
any
pickles.
water in it.
It could be damp
Maybe
with
some
like
sort of-
liquid ammonia.
Yeah,
Rana's
that's true.
chill in this corner.
Fair enough.
Maybe it belongs to some sort of ultra hygienic vampire. I don't know.
I I think the worm thing would get in there.
Ew, what? Oh,
Oh, that,
in the
that,
tub.
that makes sense.
Oh, worm bed.
Earthworming it up. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Got his. I mean, to be fair,
I
if
was
I
kind of
like,
right about the
oh,
vampire thing.
yeah,
Right?
But it's probably not liquid ammonia.
We can hope.
And honestly, if I was like made out of worms and a powerful wizard, I would also get like a personal compost pile. That makes sense.
Personal compost piles are tight.
Probably just sleep in the hallway.
Looks like Rana's not feeling great. I'm pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Ambrose isn't looking so hot.
I'm just a little over
Guy's
half.
not looking great. I'm thinking for like shift purposes.
I don't know if that. Mm,
Take a healthy with a
I
healthy
mean,
one with a beat up one maybe.
Elenia pulls some of the broken scraps and furniture into a corner, and he begins chanting and making arcane symbols in the air with her hand.
I'm gonna take this chair here.
Does that chair still exist after all the explosions that happened in that corner?
That's mending or something.
Yes, mending.
Has mending on the chair. Yeah, it works.
Okay, yeah, you can mend the chair. There's some burns, and it's a little worse for wear, but relatively intact.
well, if we're going to rest and wounds are a consideration for what's it called? Watches, then I can do this. And she summons Gwen again. Casts Healing Spirit. We'll do it at 4th level.
Gwen again.
Are we
Okay,
taking the
is
short
that
or
an-
long
is that-
rest?
3d6 per round.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if we're doing weird magic stuff, I'll cast Arcane Eye.
Weird magic.
Yeah, so 3d6, so 30. Reroll your ones.
Yeah, I
How
think
many sixes are we doing?
30 d6.
What the fuck?
I think 30d6 will heal the 15 I was down.
Reroll less
fine.
than 2, you said?
There's the command.
30d6.
That will probably just heal me to full.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Less than 2. Yeah, but I want to see all my fun
Three, that
dice.
heals me to full.
Ooh, they're glowy.
Yeah,
It's very glowy.
because I'm spooky.
After
Plus
10 minutes,
120.
the clump of broken furniture that Valenia had been casting over turns into a bed. She sits down on it.
Nice.
Did you just fabricate a bed?
She might have.
Oh, you can get bed magic in D&D? What the fuck?
Excellent.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Sage knows bed magic. Sage the elf.
Oh, I was like,
How many stages?
yeah,
Hey,
really.
We got to get more specific when we mention sages.
he did specify. He said the elf.
There's Sage the
The-
dog, Sage the idea, and Sage the me.
How long does the
It's the
maximum
idea.
hit
Sage
points
stuff you
last?
burn.
Where did you get the extra hit points from?
Rana,
The
Aid.
aid spell?
maybe? I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
through aid.
How long does that last?
8 hours.
Nice.
Rana is no longer poisoned.
Yay!
Let's go!
You guys get your short rest. Is Tonist Arcane eyeing the area outside of
Wait, are we doing a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest.
Long.
But it's
Yeah.
probably going to get interrupted because we stayed in here.
Nah.
Thought you were gonna
I had Liger sitting here, and I was gonna Arcane Eye and have the eye like wander, like around through here.
Okay.
So I don't know. I would get visibility on it, but I don't know if there's a way to give me visibility.
There actually sort of is.
Oh,
Oh, that's vague and doesn't make any sense. Bloop.
What is that? Do I click it?
Not yet. Hold on.
look how mysterious he is.
What kind of vision does the Arcane Eye have?
It says in the text blurb.
You say in the text blurb. There's no limit to how far away the air. Invisible magical eye. Dark vision 30. Nice.
Also,
CR 22. That can't be right. What was that, guy?
sorry. Does Valis also get some healing from the get some of that
course.
Gwen juice?
He does.
If not, Regenerate's gonna heal him 600 hit points
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
He gets his
over
hand
the
back.
next
too, doesn't he?
hour. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cadmere gave him
Cleric's cool. Hey,
I'm glad you're okay, Valis. Well, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean.
I thought I did, and then you, yeah.
Well, like turning into the monster. Maybe you're not mentally okay with that, but like, you're here. That's
Physically,
that's what I
you're doing
meant.
okay.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like this.
Your Arcane Eye.
Yeah. I can move it 30 feet as an action, but we're not in combat, so can I just move it at will
Yeah, sure.
for an hour?
Yeah.
It's invisible too, if that matters.
You want me to turn it invisible?
Ah.
What is that?
You see a mound of flesh
Ooh.
with many mouths.
Is that a jabbering mouther?
It's gonna. Oh, it's an eye, so you can't hear.
Is it jabbering?
It doesn't. I mean, you can't hear it doing any sort of thing.
Does it react to
mouth
the eye's
do.
presence?
No.
Can I like sneak past it?
I mean, sneak is. It's an invisible eye floating in the air, making no
Yeah.
noise.
I will convey that
so
there
like
is
advantage.
a creepy thing over here.
Oh, advantage. Excellent.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. Okay, when he says that, Rana's gonna try communing with Ordima for the primeval awareness.
Oh, there's
See
another
what
one.
she can feel down here.
There are a number of aberrants equal to 5. In the area?
I'll say that there's one around like through the wall over here, and then there's another one for past over here.
What are we doing? Long rest or
It's-
short?
Long.
The issue is, Ri-Fi, like we don't know if it's gonna get interrupted.
Do we need it to not be interrupted? Like
I would
100%.
prefer it not.
Yeah, it would be
Okay.
preferable.
Okay.
It would be nice to get the exhaustion off of Rana, like finally, after months.
Okay.
Oh, there's a whole cave
Like
system.
been a
Oh, this is
couple
the
days.
mine, isn't it?
They
mean,
call it a mine. Yeah.
I found another 2 of the fleshy monsters, so there's 4 of them so far
Oh, there we go.
that I've spotted anyway.
So is Rana able to commune with Ordima down here, or is this part of the Earth that was feeling like cut off? Like has she passed that point yet?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Alright, I wish we had somewhere fancy to stay. Wish for magnificent mansion.
Oops, that was
Excuse
supposed to
me?
be at
Oh,
disadvantage. Sorry.
You actually are using the wish spell. That's excellent.
Yes.
Oh, there's one here too.
Okay, it was still
Oh.
22.
Okay. Oh, nice. I'm like, what are you doing 22? What are you talking about? That's a 24. But it's because you. Yeah. Okay. So an extra dimensional space is opened. You choose where one entrance is located. Entrance shimmers faintly. It's 5 feet wall. Okay, so where's that entrance?
I'll put the door here along the wall.
I have a
Okay.
question. Could he just wish for us to have like an instant long rest instead?
I'm not gonna.
He could
Okay.
have tried that. Yeah, that's true.
That's not within the hey, you have a 33% chance of never casting this spell again options.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no.
The area, as Rana concentrates, she feels an unsettling sensation of just wrongness in the air, and this doesn't feel like Erda.
Ugh.
You are able to locate the 5 aberration that Tonus has already pointed out.
Okay. Well, the good
It's a
news
dead
is, well, good news. There are at least 5 aberrants left that I can feel. The bad news is, whatever they're doing, I think it's working, because this doesn't feel like Urda anymore down here.
When I passed this, did I see anything?
No.
Okay.
Same empty rock pillars that have nothing between them.
Is this a dead end here?
Where are you looking now? Yes.
Dead end. Okay.
That area has been caved in. And that is the elevator upwards. Did you send it up? Nice.
Not the
Um,
elevator itself, but I just like made it float up.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's the 2 people there. I mean, they're actually huddled near each other at this point. One of them is green robed. And
Yeah, I'm not
hadn't
gonna
seen
take too
her
much more time
before.
here. I was just they look like the mouthers look like they're kind of ambling.
Yeah, they're
aimlessly.
sort of squirm around, their mouths agape. Sometimes they close them. Blah, 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 blah.
So they're not actively moving towards the room we're in, at least.
You don't think so?
They're
Okay, I'll
Pac-Manning.
set it like here for however much time we have left, and then
Probably have another 40 minutes.
okay.
Okay. Nothing changes. Every once in a while, you'll catch sight of one of them, and then it'll sort of shuffle back. But yeah, Cadmere creates this extra-dimensional entrance, and the magnificent mansion is born out of a wish spell.
Alright. There's places to sleep if you need sleep.
I would love an
Interior.
actual bed, yeah.
The interior looks kind of like a fancy library, but there's a very large like dining area laden with all the food you could possibly eat. So feel free to eat up.
I do want to change some spells since I didn't think we were getting a long rest this session.
Yeah.
And by all the food you could possibly eat, it's a 9-course meal set for 100 people. It's so much food. There's a bunch of like wait staff and stuff, so whatever you guys need, it's taken care of here.
Ooh.
Yes, it specifically says they can do that.
That's
I
sweet.
mean, I can do that too.
We all go into the mansion. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Not
Rana
yeah,
have-
Ambrose will
great.
Ambrose will help Valis up and move him into the mansion space, I guess.
Is Rana wearing any jewelry or anything like that is not already in some way magical? Yeah, I'll poke one of your beads, in your hair, like whatever decorations you have. You can now cast Text Warp, 8 times, I think. No, not 8 times. What is it? I'm doing this.
That ability is really great.
Oh
I haven't-
shit.
So I'm giving you casts of Vortex Warp equal to my. What is it equal to?
Modifier.
The modifier, which is that the
Twice.
+4?
Yeah, so 8 times.
Yes, you can cast it more than I can cast it now, and you're usually in the back anyway, so have fun.
That can't be right. What level spell is
That-
that?
It is a 2nd level spell.
Oh my gosh, it's right.
You effectively have a magic item now.
If you're not using your resources in the attributes tab, you can use it there, or you can just give yourself an item.
Here's the text of the spell. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. 8.
Just 8.
Until I redo it, I think.
Wow. And Vortex Warp is like that's like the kind of blink, right? Where it's
Yeah.
just like a voop teleport thing.
Yep. Oh, you can
Yeah.
repay the favor.
Oh,
mostly spider webs.
that's badass. It's a great highlight on the TikTok, by the way. The spiderweb scene, I saw you uploaded that as a highlight.
I've added it to your spells with 8 charges.
Ooh.
Okay, everyone can click the old long rest button.
Woohoo!
I'm still trying to change those.
By the way, I feel like it hasn't been stated enough. Holy shit, Cadmere MVP.
Oh yeah.
Like, Athan was great, and Rowan is maybe evil, I guess? I don't know if that ever got resolved, but Cadmere.
He's not.
Cadmere making houses out of nowhere.
That bed was
I
much
do what I
better than
can.
what I made.
Eh,
How come I only recover 8?
Now recovers minus 14 HP.
Yeah, I lost my
Uh,
max because 8 hours.
You
Uh,
only
yeah, I
get
got
you
my hit
only
dice.
recover half of the amount of hit dice that you have maximum per long
Interesting.
rest.
Okay, didn't know that.
So
should-
if you use more
no.
than if you use more than half of your hit dice in long rest through a day, you don't recover all of them.
How does that work? If I have 2 different hit dice I can do because of fighter and artificer, and they're different.
You have them each.
You get to choose which half. So
Yeah, presumably you just do the good one.
yeah, you
Yeah,
use
okay.
fighter every time and recover it first.
What level? What hit die is Artificer?
I think
Eight?
D8.
Did you Oh, that's interesting. You made you like created the fighter class on your sheet. That's funny.
I don't remember how I did it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll worry about that never. I'm gonna burn this campaign to the ground.
I don't remember seeing a
Poor
way
Hawk.
that I could. Oh, that just made me 18. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, there we go.
Did you set your level to like too high?
I like clicked the add class button to see what I could do, and it made me 18th level.
Yeah, and then you just delete it real quick. Yeah. That's fine.
Speaking of
Okay.
levels,
Nope.
I was also
Damn.
thinking, what about levels?
Okay. Sure, I can cover that.
At what point during the rest do we actually get like our spells back?
At the last second.
Or sorry. If I'm preparing new spells,
I don't understand the question.
Afterwards, after
so
the
it's at
the
the
long
end of the
rest.
rest. I can continue. I can start using those new spells.
Yes.
I will use one of my first level spells now to cast Identify on the wand I found.
It is a wand of lightning bolts.
Oh, hell yeah!
Ooh.
It has 3 charges.
Can you put that on my thing?
Sure.
Neat.
Can I dual wield wands now?
I don't know what that. I mean, they usually take an action to actually use. So sure.
Well, good thing I have Action Surge then.
Don't you have a shield?
No.
Hmm. Oh, I guess that's true.
Oh, I should have done that before we rested. Hmm.
Also, how it won't let me add spells. Where's the spells thing?
Well, it's a ritual. It doesn't matter. I can do it
In the
anyways.
wrong spot. Cards, items. Where'd the compendium go?
Kenai's just spending this whole time at the table of the feast and launch, and you guys are doing whatever you're doing.
Only
Yeah, I was
eating
gonna say.
third courses, so everyone's third course I'm eating.
That is the
Ambrose and
palate cleanser
Valis,
course of a pear sorbet, so it's not as important as some of the others. But
Yeah, I'm just eating just
especially filling.
sorbets.
Ambrose and Valis will also be in the dining hall, just clinking champagne, finally celebrating the engagement, all that good stuff.
Excellent.
Here, here.
Here, here.
Send ascending.
Sending.
you think this mansion?
Okay.
Uh, Cadmere, you have any Durban blood wine in this place?
I don't think so. It's got good stuff, but I don't know if it has specific stuff.
It's a really big feast, but it's all like general brand, like
Yeah,
General
no
brand.
name stuff.
like it's a nice wine, but it's not a specific brand, I would guess.
Okay.
So magic's good for a lot of stuff. Do we have any specific things that we're planning on doing that we could ask for some guidance about? Like, I don't know, maybe untethering somebody from Arath? Or how to proceed? Do we have any of those sort of questions we need answered?
Can you ask it how to kill a god?
I don't think they're going to be willing to give that answer.
Yeah, can you
Gods
ask
that are
God
not
how to kill
him.
How do you kill a god? Asterisk, not you, don't worry.
Yeah.
We're still cool.
Okay, so I guess Kedmir will spend how long? One action, so I guess 10 minutes ritual casting divination. See if we can get an answer on how to untether Ambrose from Urath.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh. Interesting. A single question. How does untether? Okay. All right. Well, I'm thinking about that. What else is going on?
Rana's catching up with Philinia.
Okay. She says she's not doing great.
Understandable.
Well, yeah, right now. How long have you been the
Get
Ascendant?
over it, lady. It's only been like an entire upheaval of your total worldview over the past like 20 minutes. It's fine. Happens to everybody.
We did just foil her plan to destroy the world.
They're
I
not
was,
trying to destroy the world.
Just a specific part of the world, and then probably the rest of it.
Yeah, their plan's only part of it. The other
I'm
people.
trying to listen.
For 4 days. For
You've
4
been the
days.
Ascendant for 4 days?
Yeah. That too long?
Is that no, it's fine. I'm just is that how long Fearlina's been dead?
I don't. I think she was dead a few days more. I don't know. I saw her
Okay.
after.
How long have you been traveling with the Primarch?
He brought me here 2 days ago from the academy.
From the Academy?
Mhm.
2 days after he showed up and named you the Ascendant.
Yes.
Okay. Have you tuned with the bell at all?
Yes. Yeah. Part of the ascendancy ritual that we conducted helped me to understand its better.
Okay. How long have you known the Primarch?
He's taught and we learn from him, but like know him? I don't think anyone does.
Well, I mean, just his general demeanor. Have you noticed it changing at all?
Oh, he's very focused. Does that help?
Well, I imagine he's always been very focused, but when I was there, I remember him being pretty hot-headed and explosive at times. And then I met him again. Was that a month ago? I can't remember. In Shifnal, and he seemed very, very different. Is it 2 months ago now? I honestly cannot remember how much in-game time has passed.
Yeah, about 2 months.
Okay. 2 Grecian months. 1 Elven.
And 8 Earth. Yeah, he was always a bit abrasive in class.
Mm-hmm. But is he like that now?
He expects a lot.
Well, yeah.
When you don't succeed, he gets angry.
Are you afraid he's going to be angry with you when we show up to confront him?
She nods and she pulls up her pant leg a little bit, and you can see the hue has the hue of her skin, which is normally that sort of violet that you've seen, is just a dark black. Not dissimilar to Valis's skin.
What happened?
He said that if I don't succeed, he's gonna keep changing me.
Changing you into what?
One of the Forsaken?
Can he do that?
He can change some, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna get that checked out when this is all over. I don't remember. How much does Rana know about the Forsaken? Besides, it's like I think she knows that they're
lot of-
cursed, but
Yeah, a lot of sort of theological ideas. I don't know. The cultural stuff is probably more limited.
it's just like the
Like,
idea that someone could turn an elf into the Forsaken into a Forsaken is just like that. That's insane, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, didn't succeed at what? What did he want you to succeed at?
Well, we were bending the
Felinia.
or Huffles or Huffles. What the hell kind of word is that? That doesn't even. That's nothing. The waffles. I think waffles was what my mind was trying to do. Waffles a bit. I think he was trying to find a way to break the other bells.
What? What makes you say that?
It was. He took me to the old forest.
To where?
The old forest. To the south. The Fiacine forests.
The husk?
Near, yes.
Okay. Why did he take you there?
We were looking for one of the old sites for the Fiacine. Their religious fanes. And I was gonna. He wanted me to disrupt the foundational melody that underpins it. Decouple it from Urda. Cast it off into the far realm.
And he taught you how to do that?
She nods. He taught me, but I wasn't able to.
Well, okay, why didn't he try it himself?
I don't know.
Okay, that's probably because it's very dangerous and it sounds like basically impossible, but there's risk involved. So he's just having you do it. Oh my god. Why would he want to do that? This doesn't make any sense. Have you... Okay. What else have you guys been up to?
Sorry, that's such a fun way. What else have you been up to? We've been hanging out, watched a few movies
Very
together.
busy, apparently. Palling around with Urath, trying to get it anchored onto Urda to destroy Gresha, trying to uncouple the other bells,
Keeping up with the latest season of Lost.
Have you have you witnessed him working on your bell, on Lai's bell?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh, right. You can't hear it. I don't know why. Lai's bell is not tuned properly anymore. And
No, it is.
no, it's not.
She frowns.
I'm sorry. It's not. And every time, it's even Lai's sound. When you hear it on Urda, it's wrong.
No, it's still right. I hear it. These past 4 days, I've heard it. Right.
Rana's gonna try something because her dad forged the little Lai bell that's hanging around her hair, so she's gonna ring it. And I would assume my assumption is that Tharon would be able to forge it so that it rings true. So she's gonna ring it. And she'd be like, Hilda, here. Like I don't have and I don't know what else to how else to prove this to you because I don't have the bell, and the bell is mistuned anyway.
Cocks her head and squints at the bell. Who made that?
My dad.
He messed up. It's flat.
No, it's not.
You're wrong. No.
It's
Nah.
my father has been forging these chimes and bells for centuries. You don't get the reputation like his by forging them incorrectly. This rings true to Lai's original sound. And if it
Aaron
doesn't
told
match
me
what... Go
After
ahead.
my ascendancy, that I would hear lies sound perfectly. And that's wrong.
Okay. We can agree that they're different, yes?
Yes.
Okay. This matches what I hear.
Um. Okay.
Well, so why do you why are we hearing different how are we hearing I hear Lai's sound, you hear Lai's sound. How are we hearing different sounds?
It shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah. That's because there's something wrong. Mistress Liarn, Bellkeeper Liarn knows too. She said Theron is messing with things that he doesn't understand. He's warping the bell. And I think he's warping Lai with it. I don't know how.
Yes. You get a persuasion check.
God. Is this before or after the exhaustion goes away? Probably before. Yep.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, that was a 19.
I don't like. No. I don't like this. You're saying that Lai is being changed somehow. That's absurd.
If you don't believe me, that's fine. I know you don't really have any reason to, but would you trust Bellkeeper Liarn?
Would you?
In this, yeah. This is a pretty serious matter. I know normally you can't trust her, but she didn't look like she was joking. And she is
Maybe then-
not my favorite person to talk with.
Then we should probably seek out someone to help.
Yeah, like
Go to
who?
her, maybe?
Liarn?
Yeah.
Yeah, if she'll help. And not ask us to do something insane before she does. Yeah, we can ask, but
Okay.
wait, but help with what? Like, wait, hold on.
Well, you say that the sound is wrong, but it's not, so help with teaching you, maybe?
Well, what I do know is that she holds up Fie's bell, is that this bell is mistuned as well. So Theron wasn't the only one.
Oh.
It is possible to do, and I do think he's doing it. I don't know why you can't hear it. I don't know what's going on there. Okay.
I'm gonna go rest.
Yeah.
Breaks off. All right. What is anyone else doing anything in this mansion that is magnificent?
I'm so fucking full.
Magic swords.
I found the champagne, and it's pretty good.
Magical item. I made Ambrose a magic item, which I did already tell him about. I hand him this pair of pants. Although I know he doesn't actually wear pants, but you're going to start wearing pants.
I do wear pants. What do you mean?
Oh, you have new pants.
Oh.
I thought you just wore like a robe.
I have a-
Think really hard about them being knee length.
Oh.
They are now knee length.
Oh, right.
Think about them being high waters really hard. They're now high waters.
Alice leans
The-
over. Think about them being hot pants.
Oh gosh. Rana goes to her room.
Good thing we have is a robe.
Yep.
Okay.
I
does
can
that,
see
um,
really important uses for these.
You use them as like an escape rope. If he thinks about them being really long.
They will go
Is
to
there-
his ankles, basically.
Oh,
Maybe
they
a
will
little
not
further.
go past. Okay.
Thanks. I get.
I just thought about that last week. I was like, this seems like I thought about the concept of the magic item. Like, who would this most work on? Oh, Ambrose, of course.
Yeah. I mean,
So wait, okay.
I guess if I need to trudge through some like thigh-high water, I won't need to get my pants wet. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Or if it's warmer
Oh,
outside
yes.
than you were expecting.
Pants that fit your third leg.
True.
Oh, I did. Yeah, good thing I made them this time. Because if I made them last week like I thought I was going to, there would not have been a leg hole.
Classic third
Yeah.
leg.
To go with his third arm.
Yeah.
His other third leg. Hey.
Yep.
Well taken care of now.
We've all been thinking it, or some of us have been.
So we finally said it.
All right.
So this does Cadmere like gather us all together to tell us this?
Yeah. I assume around eating time. Ugh. So, kind of vague, but sounds like either don't use the power or we go beat up Arath in the Far Realm, which sounds horrifying.
Absorb the power of Urath. Okay, so all he has to do to untether himself from Urath is absorb Urath himself.
Kind of, I guess.
It's
I don't know.
wonderful.
Okay. All right. I just need to eat God.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Doesn't that mean what does absorb the power of imply? That he's becoming stronger with the power of Arath, or he's like making it dissipate?
I'm not sure.
Making it
It was
mine,
the-
I guess.
that was the language that was given to me.
Well,
Kind
we
of
were
unclear,
planning on going
but-
to the Far Realm anyway.
Yeah, but no, we have a little better direction on it.
Yeah.
Well, can we give him some supreme willpower and he just resists the urge?
That would
To
effectively
use his
render
abilities
him,
ever again?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to
Never
help
use
us.
magic again?
I mean,
Or at
I'm
least
down
eldritch
to
magic.
not use magic anymore. Like, honestly, we thought that, me and Valis's plan was we would come down, stop whatever eldritch stuff is going on in this mine, and then I would burn the grimoire or
Ouch.
destroy it somehow, and just we would run off somewhere.
Well, yeah.
But
What the fuck, Thomas?
I'm willing to give up on that, that thing you do with prestidigitation.
Hurt.
Oh my.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Rana's not there. Oh wait, no, she is. She is here for this conversation.
yeah, we're here.
Yep.
But I guess the way I'm looking at it now, after we've gone through all this mine, if we don't somehow stop Urath permanently, either sever his connection to this plane or
We need to at
absorb
least do
him
that.
or something, then people are still going to keep worshipping it, and it's still going to be causing aberrant, terrible things to happen here.
Wait, so we either make you the new Urath by absorbing his power fully by defeating all the Eldritch, or we go to his plane and just beat him outright.
That's the same thing, because he can only absorb the power by defeating Urath. And Urath is only
Or the
defeatable in the
Eldritch.
Farum. I believe that's just another reference to Urath.
Oh. I thought the Eldritch were like his minions or something.
No, that's
No,
just
it
a generic
just
term for those
refers.
kinds of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
what do you want to do, Ambrose?
Yeah, it'd be like saying, well, I mean, you can kill King Kong by shooting the ape
monkey,
in the head,
yeah.
right? Like, we gotta shoot a bunch of apes. Like, that's the sort of a grammatical or semantic meaning that it has. Although that sounds hilarious. Like, there's this giant monkey monster that you have to fight, and to defeat it, you have to kill all those little monkey minions.
I mean, I think that's how Donkey Kong works, right?
Never
I don't
played.
know.
Okay.
Ambrose clutches Valis's hand, and he looks to the party and says, ever since that ritual was disrupted and that place I grew up was destroyed, I've been running from Urath basically my entire life. And I think I'd like to stop doing that. And, it sounds utterly insane to try and go to its plane and kill it in its own home, but so I'm not going to ask any of you to do that, because it's, again, I emphasize, fucking insane, but
I mean, that guy
the invitation's open, I suppose.
exploded Urath from around me, so I think he should go. Pointing at Cadmir.
I mean, I can try and help, but doing specifically that, there's no guarantee, and I won't be able to do it again for another week.
Is there any precedent for Kenai is like trying to figure out the words, killing a god?
We're in pretty untread waters here, bud, unfortunately.
Maybe not kill, but what if? Never mind. Alice goes by.
What if what?
What were you gonna say?
That's precedent for attempts. Sure.
Well, there's
think-
Mask.
There's Mask.
What were you thinking
I mean,
of, Alice?
We have fully entered into no bad ideas territory, because I don't have any.
Partnering with Mask is a bad idea.
No. we shouldn't partner with Mask.
So what were you thinking of, Valis?
There's an really old story that the Forsaken tell about the seventh member of the Cord.
Oh, sorry.
You couldn't hear her laugh, but Hawk was laughing really loud.
Who?
There's another elven god that's gone.
Really?
Well,
According
Forsaken
to
had to come from somewhere, right?
the Forsaken came. Yeah, I'm sure you know the story, Valis.
Yeah, there was a seventh elven deity that was murdered. And
No, the
Their
Forsaken came
limb
because.
was-
Go ahead.
their limb was thrown down from the world tree, their branch,
N-
and landed in the depths. And that's why we're down there.
No.
Oh.
No, you're down there because some elves thought they knew better than the Cord and decided to try to use necromancy to tamper with the bells.
Were they trying to
Well, I'm
bring
saying,
their
all I'm saying
god
is that
back?
there was a deity that was supposed to have been killed.
So,
I guess.
according to who?
The
There's-
story I just told you.
No, who told you the story?
Oh, I mean, common teaching,
By the Forsaken?
of course.
And where did the Forsaken hear it?
Shrugs and says, "It's when you hear stories growing up, and you ever really know where they first came from?"
Sounds like a false teaching to me.
Rana, no offense. I know you know a lot about elf stuff, but I'm kind of leaning more towards the primary source here, Ambrose says, pointing at Valis.
He's not even the primary source. The primary
I
source
mean-
would be the first person who told this story. For all we know, it could be whatever deity they worship. Could be a lie.
Your deities could be lying to you. Happens to me all the time.
Do not equate the Cord with the eldritch thing that you have oh so recently just been blissfully partnering
Don't you guys-
with.
Don't you guys have a god of trickery?
Yeah.
So you probably got a god that lies
Yeah,
all the
well,
time.
they and I are not exactly on the best of terms. So she just kind of looks up. I don't know what to tell you, but there are 6 sounds. 6 sounds in the Cord.
I can make more than 6 sounds.
Yeah, that's
okay.
wonderful,
Okay.
Cadmir. There are 6
In
members
any
of the Cord.
case-
End of story.
In any case, Rana, if you would be so kind as to hand over the spark thing. What was it? The
Why? So he
thing?
can absorb it again? And get himself caught?
So I can open the door so I can go do something. I guess I'll figure that out when I get there.
No.
No. We'll figure it out. Squeezes your hand.
I'm going
I don't
to
think my mic picked up,
Ambrose.
but I did
Wait.
a little approving squeak.
Oh, cute.
No.
I'm going with you because the Primarch might be there, and because at the very least, even if I can't get myself killed trying to defeat Urrath, We need to sever its link to this plane. That I can at least try to make sure happens. And hopefully undo whatever
Alright.
it is this cult has done to this portion of Urda. Is anybody else
Well,
going?
that's at least 3. How's everyone else feeling?
I don't think I should go. Philinia.
You are coming.
Okay.
Um,
If it'll help, I'll be there.
wait, hold on. Ambrose. Philinia, show them.
What?
Your ankle.
Oh.
She got a tattoo.
She lifts up her pant leg and from
Ooh,
the
saucy.
ankle right up to about mid calf. It's just midnight blacker than the inside of a coffin on a moonless night. Skin.
That's
No.
shit.
that's what the Primarch did to her when she failed an impossible task. So it's
No,
very
if I had done
possible.
better. I could have.
No, Philinia, think about what he was asking you to do. It's not about your skill level. That's insane. If,
What was he
if
asking
that
her to
could
do?
be done, Mask would have done it because it would have weakened us so much. I can't even believe. Anyway, okay. So there are these areas, these sacred sites that each clan has. We call them the fonts, and they are our most sacred sites for our respective deities, right? So,
Okay.
it's where their sound is, like it's like the central location of where their sound lives on Urda. So the Primarch took her, Philinia, to that area of the Fiesines. She wiggles the bone bell and tried to get her to uncouple it from Urda. So basically tried to rid Urda of Fie's sound, where it's anchored on Urda.
Huh.
Which I don't even know what that would do, but that's insane. And because she failed, he did that to her. So my concern is this. He might just straight up kill her if she shows up with us. And I would not like that to happen. I would like very much for that to not happen. So I would like her to go with us, but that is my concern. Does that make sense? And if you,
Yeah, but-
Ambrose, can do that power word kill stuff, I 100% guarantee that Theron can do it too. And there will be
That is
nothing we
true.
can do to stop us. We can't do anything to stop him from killing her first. I can't.
I
Anyway.
would just kill him first.
You're very sure of yourself.
Yeah. To be
Kidmer
honest,
cast
with
death
you,
word
yeah.
Ooh.
on our friend.
So
Okay,
what
well,
is that? What is the thing creeping up her leg?
It's the same curse that your friend has.
he told her that he was cursing her, turning her into a Forsaken, which is impossible.
Huh.
He might be strong, but he's not that strong.
Oh yeah, she's not part of our clan.
You
Is that
guys don't
racist? I
have
feel
a
like using
clan.
another race as a punishment is pretty racist. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna keep it 100 with you, Rana. All of this Bell stuff still is kind of flying over my head, so I guess it's your call whether she stays or comes with us.
Well, after what Cadmere just did, she's got some modicum of a modicum of protection. So thank you, Cadmere. Philinia?
Okay.
I think you
If I
would
can
be
help, I will.
helpful. Yes. I do think you would be helpful. So if you don't mind coming with us, then I would prefer to have you with us than not.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go-
confused over here.
We're going to go around this corner and down this hallway, and we're gonna go to these pillars, and we're gonna go through a portal, presumably to the far realm.
This
Where Urath probably is.
sounds pretty half baked to me. Does anybody else feel that way?
What?
I mean, I think we're all kind of winging it here.
Yeah.
We remember when we end up in that realm with Gaius, and like it went pretty poorly.
Do you have any
I remember.
suggestions on gathering more information?
I don't know anything about this. That's why I'm asking questions here.
I remember fighting mummies, and that was cool, so I'm okay with it.
Appreciate the enthusiasm, Tonus.
I
Getting
don't.
trapped in the room of water wasn't as cool, but that was also like kind of my.
I mean, the only other advantage that maybe we would have is if Gaz was here and we could consult with him. He grew up in the far realm, but he's not. So
Everything I find out about Gaz makes me more confused about that guy. Where is he, by the way? Is he...
He stayed back in Three Rivers. He's been having
Ah,
some
okay.
issues with
That's right.
Radro.
Gaz Radro, he's been having issues with.
Kina looks at Cadmir and Jay. Are you guys in for this?
Yeah. I'd like to see the continuation of existence. I'm in.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Like I get it. I don't love our lack of a plan, but
What do you what?
Doing what
Okay,
we can.
what sort of plan are you wanting?
well, that's the issue is we don't even know what to plan for.
Right. Okay. So
We're doing what we can.
okay.
We don't even know what we don't know, so...
Yeah.
So let's get to really not knowing.
Yeah.
All together.
I mean,
We'll figure it out in battle like we always do. All right, well, I'm in. Let's go. Start the
Is-
initiative.
is there anything that Rana can recall about the Far Realm specifically that might help us?
Ooh, that's a good question. If
Well,
only I could
considering the
find that
question you just
snippet
gave
I
me.
wrote. Yeah. I do have things that I want to make sure that I'm 100% on them, and I know. that
Yeah,
All right. I'm
Probably
afraid
be
of-
good to know
I'm
if
sure
it
they'd
has
be
like
nice.
some sort of weird planar effects that we need to be aware of, like I don't know, not being breathable or something.
Who's going there? It's a new dumb way to die.
Yeah, add it to the list.
Okay. So you all congregate. Well, maybe just most of you congregate near the portal. Oh, the people that aren't congregating are the NPCs.
Did we suddenly get the portal working? What?
Yeah.
I think
so
we have to put the ember in it to get it to work. That's what
Oh,
somebody
the
said.
amber was missing. Okay.
Yeah, Rana will take the
When
Ember
Jacob
out
said
and-
keystone, I thought he meant like the triangle, like chunk of granite that a lot of them have.
Rana will take the Ember out and then look to Philinia and be like, okay, what do I do?
it goes in the space. She gestures to where the empty space is.
Oh, it just kind of floats there. Okay.
Can I take it out? Like, does it just stay there while we're through the portal?
I think so.
Ugh, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. We're
Should I
just
get
gonna leave it
Arcana
here.
checks from everyone?
Ooh.
Yes, you can.
I'm delightfully poor at those.
Ooh,
Rana
delightful.
says this is a bad idea.
Best.
Kina
And then I
says,
rolled
"No shit."
24.
Oh, Kenai. Oh no.
Hey.
They weren't relying on me for that anyways.
Wow.
Kina and Jay,
Oh.
high five.
Kenai and Jay don't know nothing about this magic nerd shit.
Cadmir's delightfully bad at these. Still got almost the highest roll.
Honus is all about the magic nerd shit.
That's a lot of words.
I know a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna add some stuff to Discord, but it's quite a bit, so
Oh boy.
That is a lot. I ain't reading all
Oh,
that.
did you find it?
maybe.
Nice. Where was it?
I mean, it's in Messenger, so I just searched until I found it.
Oh, how is it in Messenger? I don't remember you sending that in Messenger.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's where it was. So,
Okay. So
gonna
is that
tell
what
you.
Rana knows about the Far Realm?
no, this is what Cadmere and
Oh,
Tonus know.
okay.
And Jay and Kina breathe acid.
Excellent. Yeah. Some key points are that magic cast within the Far Realm are often similar to wild magic results, and
Oh, good. Wonderful.
moving in the area of the Far Realm can be tricky, and if you aren't properly prepared, you'll likely be victims of the plane. There are some magical items that have been used to assist in that. They're not well known, or sorry, there's one missing item, but the rest is it's called the raiment of the Voidwalker. Yeah, those are probably the major points as
I'm guessing
read
that's not an easy magic item to find.
I believe that Omega's character in the Treasures of Mielos had one of the gloves.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
what was this?
It was weird.
It was the one. It was the one that let you teleport short distances, but the first time you used it, you suffered some damage as you moved through the Far Realm and were attacked by things through the teleportation. And I
Oh,
remember-
wait, I very, very vaguely remember that, yeah.
yeah, I remember as soon as that happened, you're like, "Can we get an item that doesn't hurt us when we use it?"
Yep, that's what I remember about
was
that
like-
item too.
Yes, maybe. If you find the other glove.
I think
So-
that was also after we had gotten the cursed spear for
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah. Or whoever. For no one. No one should have had that. Anyways. Yeah, so that's some basic information. It's about 1,000 words.
Okay, I will be reading that before next week for sure.
I
When
kind of skimmed it. It's not that bad.
when the Ember was the Ember placed in the Keystone?
No, not yet, because Rana thinks that leaving the keystone behind is a really bad idea.
Well, when it's taken out, it stays open for a couple minutes. That helps.
Oh, that does.
But do we?
actually.
Well, okay, but oh, so we can take it with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, good. Yes, that's much better. Okay.
Doesn't really leave us with a way back, but
Well,
we
presumably
can figure
there will
that out
be
once we get there.
pillars. There will be pillars on the other side where we can put the keystone or the ember.
Oh, maybe.
Wait, hey, can we see through the portal?
There's no portal
that's
there
not
yet.
portal.
Okay, Rana will put the
Why don't we
ember there.
Send someone
Okay.
through and see if there's a slot for the
Have
ember.
to pop through and
A purplish black screen appears between the pillars, separating Erda from whatever's on the other side. You can't see through it. It is
Can it-
opaque.
Can anybody go invisible easily without expending
No.
too many
I
resources?
used to.
Okay.
I could. Well, I could send my arcane eye through. That's invisible.
No, I don't think you can. I thought I remembered reading that it can't go through.
You can't travel between
portals.
planes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay then. Who
Oh,
wants
you're
to
right.
duck in really quick and see if there's pillars on the other side?
Well, it's my mess, so
I'll go with you.
I guess Rana is
Can I-
actually like right here,
I
not through
roll
the
around
portal, just there. since she put the keystone in.
Man,
The
Jade
Ember.
knows nothing about magic. What the fuck?
That's
It's all-
hilarious.
That reminds me of the line in Tropic Thunder, where it's like, what kind of gun? What kind of gun is that? I don't know its
the
name.
of it. I only know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
Yeah, that's like 100% accurate.
That's amazing. That's great.
Ability. Weird
Yep.
magic.
So, you're standing before this portal.
If this truly is a portal to Urath's plane,
The Far Realm. It's not just Urath's plane.
A space
It's
between
somewhere.
spaces.
The plane where Urath is.
Well, this one, I mean, this one's probably going to go to Urath, though. It's not like it's going to dump us out some random place on the far realm.
True.
South Cincinnati, Far Realm.
Sorry. go ahead,
based
Detroit.
Ambrose.
on
All of the Far Realm of South Cincinnati.
Go ahead, Jeff.
based on old stories from the cult, Urath was said to live in a place known as the Great Pale Lake. Don't know what that means, but I don't know. Maybe it's good that I got some pants that I can keep above the waterline.
Maybe he's a fan of milk. We'll
Oh.
see.
Ugh.
What?
Well, actually, Theron always came back with. I mean, his lower half was always damp, drenched. So
Yeah.
she sort of
Okay.
shrugs with
Okay.
Well, just
makes sense.
duck through really quick and see if there are pillars, and then come back and tell us.
Ambrose
And if-
reaches a hand towards the portal, but before he goes through, he looks to the party and he says, "If I'm about to get us all killed, sorry?" And then he steps through the portal.
What a great guy.
Removes Keystone.
And that's where we'll end.
Rana casts. Hold on. Death Ward on herself.
Is that
Nice.
really where we're ending? Oh yeah, we started an hour early, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did,
So,
yeah.
if you want to shift over to the old far realm in the navigation bar.
Whoa. Well,
Oh.
It's still loading
this
for me.
is just wonderful.
I guess if you're all going to be over there, I'll just do that so you can have your tokens. Token.
Oh, very fun. Good time.
Okay.
Sorry, you were a little low there, Griffin.
Oh,
What was that?
is that the Buckethead Paladin we fought earlier?
Yes, it is.
Didn't
But
we
we'll
kill
get-
him?
Purple.
And then he was holding.
Devoured?
So you'll get to find out what that means in a week, maybe.
Great.
Oh, what have I done?
I don't know. What have you done? Just looks like a template that I can delete.
I was trying to measure. Oh, perfect. Oh, damn it.
Excellent. Perfect. Damn it.
This one we can teleport to. This one we can't.
I mean,
You
Sure.
say we.
yeah. I don't.
You better read that shit in the Discord, man, because there's some weird shit about movement and stuff, and
Yeah, right?
don't try to teleport me here.
Please do the homework.
my
for me.
permission.
You have the choice to make a save against the teleportation.
I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Dim-
Yeah, but this is all stuff that Tonus knows, so.
Bonus knows.
You better.
Omega
Okay.
may or may not.
Player better know it. By
Oh,
next
yeah.
week.
Tonus and Cadmere didn't share, so I guess no. I'm just kidding. We'll say that you guys did if you want to.
We didn't pay attention either way.
Shame I didn't know about the lake before, and I could have prepared water walk.
Yeah. I was looking at
Uh,
that
I mean, it's
too.
Like, no guarantees that this is water.
yeah.
It's any fluids.
Okay.
Interesting.
So if it's like acid or lava, you're still gonna take damage, but you can walk across it.
All right, I think maybe end the stream time.
Oh, bye, Twitch. Come back next week to find out what happens in the Far Realm.